Welcome to another episode on the Visser Podcast. Today is a continuation and the second part of 3 with recording artist, songwriter Jeon, has a world presence, and we had the unique opportunity to have a long interview with him. Today we're gonna dive into the rise of the phoenix. We've all experienced this. Depression, separation, anxiety. Really, how do we get to our higher self? How do we get there? How do we put in the work, create the A-team to rise up again? Forgiveness plays a big role, as we're going to see, and destiny takes a hold. So enjoy the next part of this interview. Please subscribe, ring the bell notification, share this with friends. We need to grow this channel. Thank you very much and enjoy. What do you do with the voices in your head that talk negative?
Okay, I can talk about that because in 2019, I had those voices a lot. I wake up in the morning, I'm like, okay, maybe I break through this depression, and boom, again I'm going down. Next day, again. And then I start doing those things, like going to the beach, to the water, and connect to the nature. And I start listening to that voice inside, not those voices.
Okay.
But I feel it here.
The inner voice, the silent,
Yeah.
Not the noise ones.
Not the noise ones.
Yeah.
And I start listening to my higher self. I call it God, the universe. That voice that was trying to speak to me all these times.
Yeah.
And I start listening to that voice very carefully. And I had a sister. She died at 33 years old. She was my manager. And after my sister died, somehow 1 month after, I was out of depression. Yeah, out of depression, like I woke up in the morning and didn't feel the voices. I didn't feel nothing. Just feeling new.
Was it a shock to your system? Was it perspective?
Maybe.
Like when someone passes away, it
It's
gives you a new
like-
perspective. Like what am I?
It can be worse than that, you know? So you're like, okay, I'm feeling depressed, but my sister just died.
My sister died when I was young. It was very hard. She died in a car accident. She was 18. I was 22, 3. And the lesson I got from that was, you need to live life to the fullest, man. Because you don't know when it's gone. She didn't have that chance. So I'm not going to waste my time being negative.
That's the same feeling that I had.
Yeah.
So in that time I was like, I'm wasting my time. I need to live my life. I need to stand up. I need to be responsible. And I need to take care of my family.
Yeah.
I need to do it.
Yeah.
I need to take care of her daughter, my sister's daughter.
Yeah.
So for me, after that,
It's a lot of responsibility.
yeah, it's a lot.
Plus your career. Plus going for the gold.
Of course. Because now my sister, my biggest sister, is building her house. My other sister died. So the house is a little bit quiet. My mother lives there. So I do my career, but my mind is always home, yes. But I need to take care of my career, and I need to take care of to my family. I need to take care.
It's a lot. It's a lot to manage.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
But all those things push me through that, and now I feel like, okay, if I want to be responsible, what I need to do. If I want to do this, what I need to do. So that's why I start walking alone, traveling alone, take time alone.
Yeah.
Because I had a fear to be alone when I was younger.
Okay.
I think it came from separation of my mother and father, and I never wanted to be alone. So I always was with a lot of people. I go to the neighbors. I never stayed
Just
alone.
with you,
Yeah.
yeah.
After my sister died, all these things changed, and I started.
What year was that?
2021.
Wow.
2021.
Pretty recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My sister died, and she was my rock, my everything. She was my manager. She was the filter between me and the big business. There was big deals for me, big opportunities, but my sister said, hey, I like this deal, we like this business, we like this, but I need to check with my brother, mental health, how he's feeling. So my sister was always that filter.
So you could focus on the craft.
I can focus
being
on the
creative,
craft. Of course. And when my sister died, nobody can replace that so easy. So I started to be responsible, and I set my mind. I changed my mindset, and from there, I can tell from that day, my career take 10 steps, like forward.
Wow.
10 steps, like I
And
feel better.
And you don't feel that you lost that creative space, that protective creative space, because now you're dealing with business, you're dealing with managing yourself.
Of course. You can lose it very easy if you go too much in the business. I'm an artist, but if I need to decide I'm an artist or I'm a businessman.
Yeah.
There is where I say, okay, I'm an artist. I don't have my sister, so I need a team.
Right.
I need to be a team player.
Yeah.
And I need to work with a team.
Yeah, you need people.
I need people, so I need to put a team together. So I put a new team together. And so I can focus on my career.
Right.
And they're gonna focus on the business. But now I'm more into the business than before. Because before that, my sister was like the one that see everything.
Yeah, so you went on a remote control.
Yeah.
You just was like, okay.
And now I
Look
need
at
to look into it, and I need to be there.
Yeah.
And that was my process of, that was my shift. Okay, I need to get my shit together.
Yeah. Yeah. How do you balance everything?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not so good in balance. I'm good in.
No one is, by the way.
Yeah.
You know, trust me. Everyone has their things. That's why we need a compass. That's why we need checks and balances.
Yeah. So I'm a hard worker. I like to work. I like to put in the work.
This is what it takes. I often bring up the image of one of our region's prophets, musicians, greatest artist, Bob Marley. Now, Bob Marley had this image of smoking the joint, the ganja, he talked about it, but in reality, he was the hardest working cat of anyone. This guy was a maniac. He worked day and night to be as big as he was. And that's, a lot of people don't know that, don't see that. All his interviews was with the alter ego.
Of course.
And a lot of times, I think, especially nowadays, people think I should be able to get there easy with talent. But it isn't. It's hard work. Talent takes you so far, and then you gotta work.
That's the thing. You can go so far with talent.
Yeah.
But there's a limit.
Yeah.
After talent, you're gonna reach a point that you need to work.
Yeah.
Like it become your day-to-day work, like real work. You can see a lot of artists out there, like big artists. These artists work a lot, not 9 to 5. They work 24 hours.
Yeah.
And
we don't see that. We
don't
just see the
that.
stage performance, and it looks cool.
Of course.
And we see once they have all their money, we see the show.
Yeah.
We don't see the work.
We don't see the work. And beside that, because you have 3 things. You have the talent, you have the work, and you have the part, like the spiritual part, like the connection part. So you go far with talent, with hard work. You go a little bit more. But with the connection and the light inside, I think there's the breakthrough.
Right.
I did a lot of things, like I practiced forgiveness in 2017. I practiced forgiveness because I had a car accident in 2012. And the guy that took me out of the car, because I had an accident in a neighborhood. So the house in front of my accident was the house of a guy that I don't know how to say that.
Connected with.
We had that youth problem, the youth
Yeah.
ego.
You always have the enemy kind of. Yeah.
And that guy took me out of the car. And in 2016, 2017, I started practicing forgiveness.
Mm-hmm.
And today,
it was like a big lesson for you.
Yeah, today I can say that was my breakthrough.
Yeah.
Because forgiveness for me is key. Patience is key, but forgiveness is the real key. Because I did a list of people that I had something, a little bit grudges.
Right.
And I write a whole list of people. I was in New York. I went to New York like crazy. I went 6 months to New York. And I start a new life, going to the gym, doing some meditation, reading a book. And I was in a process like healing.
Right.
And I start writing names. There were names that I didn't want to write, but I write them out. And I start one by one, start thinking about the good things, the good times that I had with all of these people, one by one. And I did check. Some of them, I called them.
Right.
Hey, we had this, we had that, but I feel clean, I feel positive, and I want you to forgive me, or let's be good.
Wow.
We don't need to work.
Yeah.
We don't need to do nothing, but let's be in peace.
Was it always accepted?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, of course.
Every time?
Everyone, yeah.
Right.
And there was one person that I was like, nah, I'm not gonna call this person. It was the 29th of July in 2017. And I sent this person a message. The hardest one. I told him, hey bro, I know that we have so much going on, but I feel in peace and I want you to forgive me. Okay, it was hard because I'm like, I'm not gonna put my ego down for that guy.
It was like deep. That one was deep. Yeah.
And on a normal day, the 30th of July, I went to the gym the next day. And I was in the gym in New York, and J Balvin came in the gym, the 30th of July. My biggest dream was to be an international artist. It's still my dream to be the #1 global artist in the world. And I will in 5 years.
I know.
So,
by the way, he will.
I will.
Yes.
And J Balvin came in the gym. In those days, J Balvin was the #1 artist global.
Yeah.
The #1 artist in the world in those days.
Massive.
He's still one of the
he's
biggest.
Huge. Yeah,
he's huge. He's a legend. But in those days, he was in his peak. #1 of the world in streaming and everything, in marketing and everything, in concept. And he came in the gym and he gave me a piece. Like, I'm like, I know him. I know his songs. I know him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is this? There's so many artists in the world, and I see in front of me the #1 artist in the world.
In your gym?
In my gym. I never go to the gym. I just start a new life in New York. Let me go to the gym. Let me meditate. So I just start. So the process of Magica, of all this success, start that day, 30th of July 2017. And that's why...
The day after you did the forgiveness list.
Yeah.
After
my forgiveness list.
It just opened up.
Yeah, my biggest dream. My biggest dream. I record a song after ¿Dónde está mi gente? Pa, pa, ra, ra, ra. That big song.
Yeah.
After that song, the number one artist recorded a song with me, Machika. That was for me a moment of, okay, this is hard work, this is talent, or this is spiritual.
Yeah. At that level, it has to feel spiritual. It has to feel like there's something else at work.
Of course, because I'm from a small island.
Yeah.
And 120,000 people, just me, I met the biggest artist in the world. Yeah. With so much talent, with the person that I am in that moment. Yeah. And I was like, there's something special. Yeah. There's something, I don't know what happened. But that day I was feeling clean. I just did the whole list. Yeah. So that's why I say that forgiveness is key. Yeah. And one day I want to write a book, like The Key of the Gym.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. That's amazing. That's a lot of people will do the work and then they wait.
Yeah.
You did the work and it happened like that.
It happened.
And you've been working very hard. So you were prepared for the opportunity that presented. Because if an opportunity, and we all have opportunities that present, but we are not prepared. You were prepared to fully engage in this opportunity. It was like opportunity of a lifetime. And you made it come through. Went in there.
Of course, because fast forward, the day that I connect with Balvin, musically, like the day that he told me like, hey, can I have that song? Can we do that song together? That was life-changing for me in the gym. He told me in the gym.
In the gym?
In the gym, fast forward. We start going to gym together. He invites me, hey, we went to gym today or what? He was pushing me. Right. He said I like to
push it.
To push. Yeah. And he started motivating me. Yeah. And the day that we spoke about the song, the first word he told me in that moment was something real recognize real. He told me that in that moment.
Did you speak Spanish to him or English?
No, in that time I didn't speak so much English and even Spanish. But the little that I knew
was enough to connect.
It was enough to connect.
Amazing.
Without speaking his language.
Yeah.
But he was speaking English to me.
Okay.
But my English
at
that time. Yeah, still I'm trying to do my best.
You're doing fine.
Thank you.
You're doing perfect.
And so that was the first word that Balvin told me. Real recognize real. And you know it. And he told me, what are you doing here?
He's like, he saw it in you? I mean, did he, like...
I think he saw something in me because you can meet someone in the gym, but to be a friend with someone in the gym is another thing.
Yeah.
And to make music,
it's a whole other thing.
To do business with,
it's a whole other thing.
a whole other thing.
Yeah.
So I think he sees something. He sees some light in me. And he told me like, okay, we're gonna do this song together. This day you need to be in New York to record the song. This day you need to be in Medellin for the video. So everything happened like this. And then I was again in the position of, okay, this is happening.
That's amazing.
This is happening.
I mean, do you think it was a dream? Do you think, this is not real, this is what's happening?
Of course.
It's impossible.
Of course. I was touching myself every day. I'm dreaming this is real. I'm recording a song with the biggest artist from the world. And I'm recording a song with Anita too on the song.
Yeah. And it's your song.
It's my song. And Anita is the biggest artist in Brazil. And J Balvin, #1 of the world. So for me, it was a big moment. And J Balvin told me, what are you doing here in New York? And I'm like, I'm just here to start something new. Doing meditation, reading books, coming to the gym. I'm doing new things. I tell him, I'm here to heal. Yeah, for real. I'm here for the same.